Morning everybody, 19th of August and another day in my daily diary of looking after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Well, yesterday the bed arrived, the hospital bed arrived for Angie, right out of the blue. Yeah, I got a phone call while I was out in the afternoon. This is such and such a body, I'm just checking if the bed arrived okay. So I said, well, not at the moment. I said, didn't even know it was due. Nobody's. She said, oh, they should have been in touch with you to say they was delivering it today, meaning yesterday, Monday. I said no, but luckily, granddaughter had come over and with her fella Joe and the two lads, and I'd gone out with the two lads while Cordelie sat in with Angie. So I phoned her quick. I said that, they might turn up. Anyway, when I got back, it was actually half the bed was up. He'd brought the bed in and was putting it all together. It's a right bloody big thing. Right big thing. So luckily, Cordelie and Joe was in, so they had to move the bedroom. The bedroom's a tip at the minute because I've got a big king size bed shoved right up against the wall now, up against the window. My bedside cabinet's gone, that's stuck in the front room somewhere. This hospital type bed's next to the big bed, and I managed to get the other bedside cabinet in. So I'm going to go out today and I'm going to have to get another single bed and then get rid of this king size one. It's massive. It takes up all the room. So I was messing with the controls on it last night and take a bit of getting used to. So I got. It took me ages to get everything ready though, because by the time I was out with lads, with Cordelie and Joe kids turned up. She texted me in the morning, Mr. Lloyd to come over, and I'd forgot because she said last week we're not going to the day centre Monday. She said, oh well, I'll come over if you want, and I'll sit in with Anne and you go out with the lads. So I'd said yeah. So I'd forgot until she texted. So I was glad she did actually, because it was enjoyable. I went out, I think we left, I don't know, 2ish, something like that. Didn't get back till about 5:30. Also, it cost me a fortune again. Went into McDonald's. Where do you want to go something to eat? McDonald's, so it's a treat for them. And then on to the arcades. So give them both a bag of £20 coins each. Of course, they didn't last long, so I had to go into my back pocket for some more. It's good though. I like it. Enjoy it with them. The pound machines, and then all the 2p rolling things where you push your 2p's off and try to win little toys. So you end up spending 20 quid to go and cash your tickets in to get like 3 quid's worth of pound stuff. But that's the memories, isn't it? You just buying memories. I keep saying that's what it is for them. They remember these things, and it gave me a bit of a break from just watching Angie. So, well, she didn't want to get up yesterday morning. Kept going in a couple of times. Right, Angie, ready for getting up? No. And at one point I said, come on Angie, Cordelie's coming over. She said she'll be here, between 12:30 and 1. No, another 10 minutes, 1:45 when I finally managed to get her out of bed. I was actually in the bedroom, in the bathroom, still getting her washed and dressed when they turned up. So, Cordelie sort of seen her, first thing then really, and seen how she is. She didn't really change, to be honest, all day. She didn't really buck up or anything. She stayed in that, I don't know what you call it, sort of strange nothingness mode that she has. I blended all her. I found my blender. I got one of them NutriBullet things, so I put all Angie's fruit in that and blended all that up and poured it on the porridge. But it was too watery, so I ended up giving it through a straw. So I'll speak to the salts team when they come today. I thought it was 10:30 they come in, but it's not. It's 2:30. So I'll speak to them. I took some pictures and I'll see if it has to be blended that much, or whether I can just keep chopping the fruit up small. I'm I'll do whatever they say needs to be done. It's got to be done then. So, and then for the tea, I got back home and I made salmon, mash, and a load of veg with a load of gravy on it, but really mashed it up. So again, eat it with a spoon, but not watery. So she couldn't eat herself, so I had to feed her a lot of it, and then granddaughter Cuddly took over and fed her, and she ate most of it. She left some. She left some of it, but most of it, so I was pretty pleased with that. Little fella, he finished it off. Can I have that then? Can I have that? Hello, can I have that? So he finished it off, yeah. Was sat with a spoon eating it all. So he's good. Today, what we doing? Oh, so yeah, today I was going to go out and at 10:30 I thought they was coming. Then I was going to get out and come get a single bed, single bed somewhere. But if they come at 2:30, I don't know how long they'll be. You see, so but I'll still try and get out after they've been. Unless they're here, it's an hour and a half and it's 5 o'clock or something. Then 4:30, then I'll not bother. I'll do it. But if they're only here for half an hour, 3 quarters an hour, I'll get out and go and have a drive round and go and order a single bed and get it delivered, and see what I can do with this king size of ours. Whether the council will come and take it, or whether I've got to dismantle it and put it outside. And I can probably get it. I get the divan. It's in 2 halves. I can get that in car. And I'll get that to tip if I have to do. But that bloody mattress, it's a real big, heavy thing and big, deep thing with a quilted top to it. So anyway, I'll worry about it after. I'll make some phone calls and see what's what, and I'll. So Angie's still in bed at the moment. I'll give her. Oh, that was it. The bed. It's got like a rubber mattress or a rubber covering to it, shall we say? I suppose it's to cover everybody, from the real old and proper incontinent and all that. So I just put a sheet on it last night, and I put Angie in bed, of course, with her sweating, because she was really sweating again during the evening, really. So much so that because I was still doing. I keep going off track here 1 minute. So and I put a sheet on the bed. But when I gave her a tablet at 8, during the night, she was restless and leg was hanging. I checked on her, so her legs were actually hanging out of bed. So that's something else I need to sort of chat to somebody about, because her legs were out of bed. If she'd have sat up, she'd have been sat on the end of the bed, and she could have. But there's no rail or nothing anymore, so I need to chase that up. There's a rail or something, or what's the right height to have it at, and. So I just need somebody to come out and just go through it all with me properly. So yeah, that was at about 4:15 this morning, and the sheet was wet because of the sweating and that. And then so I took the sheet off, and so of course was the mattress underneath, but the rubber covering to it. So that was all wet. So I don't know, do I need to put something down again? So I need to just chat to somebody and see. So I put a clean sheet on. The other one's obviously gone in the washer. I won't put the washer on, just put it in the washer. And then when I gave her a tablet at 8, same thing. The sheet was wet through again, but so I took it off and sewed some. I'm washing all that down at 8:05 this morning with a rag with disinfectant on. Well, I've got Angie sat to one side on a wheelchair, so washed all that down, cleaned it, dried it, and put a clean sheet on again, and then put Angie back in bed. So I'll probably have to put, I don't know, a towel or one of them Kylie mats or something under the sheet, just to stop it, because it's, it wasn't. I wouldn't like that. Was really sort of she just lying in wet on a wet sheet. So it seemed worse than normal, but I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that I need to sort this out. Get the advice on what I need to do properly. Yeah. So, but like I said last night, I was still doing. Once Cordelia and Joe kids had gone, they went about 7:30. she brought all my washing in for me, while I was out with the lads yesterday, and then put another lot back out, brought the dry in and put the others out for me, washed out pots. So yeah, it was a bit of a big help. But of course, when they'd gone, I had to then start making the beds. I had to straighten everything up, make a bit of a walk so I could get round and get in, my side of the bed. Sort everything out, get the bedding out, put the bedding on mine, put the bed on the king size, and put the bed on the bedding on the new bed. It took me ages, and then when she's in the bathroom, and she'll stand up from the toilet, she hangs onto the towel rail radiator. I'm guilty of it because I'll say, right, and just hold on to that, and I'll wash it, I'll dry it and stuff, and because she then holds onto it and leans back like that, and she leans then, but she started pulling one of the brackets out of the wall. So last night after they'd gone, I was in the bathroom washing her, getting her clean pyjamas on, ready for the night. She pulled and it didn't half come out. I thought, well, that's all I need now is because remember, it's a radiator. I just had visions of it spurting out everywhere. So Angie's got her done, got her in the front room, got her on the settee, but she was really restless and grunting and groaning. Oh, she's really going, do you want your curry on? No. So, and that's really unusual. I just put it on pause for her. No, I don't want it. And her eyes were shut, and eyes were going, head were going. And so I was at 8:15, quarter past 8, and I'm in my shed getting my drill out, screwdrivers out, undoing the radiator off the wall, re-drilling it, re-plugging it. So by the time I'd done all that, and then, right, Angie, I'm going to make a brew, and I'll make us a brew, and I went and got my shower. It was 20 to 10. 20 to 10, by the time I'd finished. Well, I hadn't finished then, by the time I'd got my loungers on. But she was really still restless. I set the curry going while I was before I got in the shower, but she hadn't watched it, so whether she's listening to it, I'm not sure. So I'd give her the tablets, nighttime tablets, plus the extra one as well. Remember, the extra one that should help her sleep. I'd give her them about 9:30, 20 to 10 when I come right out of the shower. So at 10 o'clock I just come on and said, I'm going to get you to bed early. Okay. So I didn't need telling twice. So it was like a quarter past 10ish, I'd got her in bed. So I lowered the bed first, got her sat on the edge, which was easier, then raised it, got the electronic button thing, raised it right up so I could lie her back and then twist her. So it was a lot easier, a bit of faff, but this is I get used to it, but it was easier for me. And then sort of lifted and twisted her, lay her on her back. So I said, I'm not putting you on your side, I'm going to leave you on your back. And she just gave me a thumbs up like that, so covered her over, and that was it. Right, I'll see you in a bit. And left her to it. So then I managed to go on, so I hadn't enough to eat yet this time. So I can't be bothered. I just made two salad sandwiches with my tea and a cup of coffee. And then I had a chat with my friend Jack Daniels. I chat with him for a while, and then started to nod off. So I was in bed for 12ish, thereabouts. And I said then up at something past 4, changing the bed and sorting Angie out and wiping her down and getting her back in, and then so yeah, but I've had a few hours sleep, and again Angie has, so I think that second tablet's helping her to sleep. So fingers crossed it carries on. It's just that restlessness of an evening, that could do with, but that's just part of the dementia, that more than the Parkinson's, according to the specialist Steph White. She said it's part of the Parkinson's, but it's called sundowning. It's part of the dementia thing. They get very restless and of an evening as the night goes on. Sundowning, that's the official word for it. So yeah, but like I keep saying, it is what it is. Right, I'll get that tattooed on my forehead. Okay, so I'm going to get off today, and I'll do another one tomorrow. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.